Good morning, everybody. I'm love to hear the chat, the conversation. No, seriously, people that are new, that's how you learn. I mean, you pick up stuff from people that have been doing this and people that have transitioned from part-time to full-time and, all those other things. So first of all, part of my good news is seeing a bunch of you guys' faces this morning. It makes it so much more enjoyable, more fun than staring at black boxes. Let me tell you. So I know you guys get to look at me the whole time, but it's nice to see you guys on and etc. So in my typical fashion, just because my mama taught me well. Good morning, Brian. Thank you for starting that conversation with Mr. Pitts there. Good morning, Mr. Pitts.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
All right, this thing jumping around on me. Amy, good morning. Appreciate all you do. Brandy, good morning. Cecile, Ed. Proud of what you're doing, Ed. That's awesome, man. Keep it up. John, good morning. Charisma, good morning. Christy Polsak, good morning. Renee, superstar, boss. What else do we call her?
Boss.
I don't know. The boss. All kinds of names. Renee. Good morning, Renee. Mr. Zimney, good to see you. And let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I said Luke, Ryan. How could I forget Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. And then last but certainly not least. Oh, we got Josh. I think I said good morning, Josh. This thing jumps around on me, guys. And then last but certainly not least, Mr. Below. All right. Good morning, you guys. So in our typical meeting morning fashion, John, good morning. I think good morning to you.
Did you just forget me?
No, I didn't. Good morning, Chester. See?
For
I didn't forget you.
You can't forget the Navy. You cannot forget the United States Navy.
Did
you see that?
Thank
Greg,
you for
did you
calling
see
me
that?
out. No, I'm seriously
I saw
looking
that,
at
man.
this.
I can't
It
believe
just jumps around. So my bad, Chester. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for calling me out. I appreciate that. Keep me on my toes. All right, Gregory, you're in the center of my screen, my friend. So good news for you and your team. You guys need to come up with a team name too, since you have a pretty good sized team now.
Yeah, we're coming up with one. Good morning. First of all, my good news is I have just learned so much from you guys this past week, a couple of weeks. Paul, I've been on the phone with him, Renee, Tim Dog. I ain't even gonna talk about Corey, but just a plethora of information that I've learned from you guys to help me and my team grow business-wise, admin-wise, all of those things like that. And then so proud of the team. Brandy just had a breakout week, and I'm just so excited about that. Charisma just told me this morning, because we had a meeting before the meeting, Corey. Charisma just told me this morning she's got 3 of her carriers approved already: Mutual, Americo, and Prosperity. So she's almost finished with the boot camp, so she's ready to go, and I'm just so excited about that. Chester me and him we talked about a business plan for him on yesterday, so he's ready to go full blast. So here we go. The team is growing. I did tell Corey this, and Tim, you better not say nothing. I was telling Corey yesterday I got some great information from the company on the other day, and I had tears in my eyes because I just the opportunities that are coming forth with FFL is just making us here in Georgia just so excited. And I wanted to really quick, I know she's going to kill me, and Corey said he would allow for this for real quick. Brandy, I wanted Brandy to like tell her story real quick, maybe in like 2 minutes or 3 minutes if we do have time, Corey. Because she's come from a long way. So I can tell her story, but I'd rather her tell it. So Brandy, real quick.
Good morning. Well, so I met Gregory. I had a list of names. I had a partner that I was working with, and I had a list of names that he gave me to call. I was with New York Life originally, and so I was calling these clients of his book of business to get people to sign up with life insurance. So Gregory was one of those names on the list, and I called him, and he was saying, "No, I'm okay. I'm straight. I'm already taken care of, and I'm a life insurance agent as well." And I said, "Okay, well, why don't you come over to New York Life and come work with us and come join our team?" And he said, no, I'm good. I don't have to come. No, I'm satisfied where I'm at. I'm with Family First Life Insurance, FFL. And I said, okay. And then I started telling him how I was doing in the business. At that time, I wasn't doing very well at all. New York Life was the first company I had worked with. And when I left my previous job to start selling life insurance. And when so I had a manager partner that was not very helpful in a way to help me grow and to teach me about the business. So I was sharing that with Gregory, and Gregory then called Corey. And so I started sharing my story with both of them. Um, and it got a little bit emotional for me. And Gregory was like, hey, you don't have to worry about them because there's other companies that you can work with that you can do the things that you want to do there. Like, because I always wanted to do insurance and Medicare. So, um, so I ended up leaving New York Life and I came over with Family First, and I've been here since.
Thank you. And I just wanted her to share that because she's come a long way. So, Corey, thank you for letting us take a little extra time to do that. But I'm really just so proud of Brandy and this team and our growth. Thanks a lot, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you. I tell you what, Brandy, it has been, not to take away from anybody else, but it's been cool to see the transition. I was there with the tears and having the conversation with Gregory after that, going, man, this could really change your life. And the conversations I have with Gregory on a daily basis about you and your progress and what you're doing and how it's affected you financially and emotionally and, all that other stuff. That's what this is about. That's one thing to go out and help families, but it's another thing to be here and change your projection and change your own personal well-being, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, everything else. That's what this is about. And that's why we have these meetings. That's why we do what we do. We have people, guys, that aren't even a part of Genesis that are on these meetings because they're not getting it at other places here at FFL. And if you ask any of our leadership team, bring them on, come on, because we all get better. Iron sharpens iron. And that's why we're here. That's the sole purpose why we're here. So Brandy, I tip my hat to you. Keep up the great work. And Gregory, thank you for letting her, giving her a platform here. So it's awesome. All right, Renee, good news for yourself and your team.
Good morning, everybody. Good news, it's just, direct mail leads have been coming in and it's, lent to some additional policies the past couple weeks. And I'm just excited, I've increased my mail drops and so I'm just looking forward to hopefully extra leads coming in from what I've been receiving and just having a source of exclusive leads. And Ed's been really taking this thing by storm from the get-go, and I'm proud of everything that he's doing, and I'm looking forward to hearing in the near future, hopefully having an event to hopefully bring some new people on. So I'm just happy to see everything is going the way it is. And I appreciate everybody's support and the tips that a lot of you guys share with me as well. So thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Renee. Mark, the great one.
Lots of good news. Just starting with Genesis as a whole, guys, look at the new riders coming on. Look at the growth we're having. It's just blowing up. And don't take this for granted. We could, you can be with FFL on any other team, but we've got a lot here that the others don't. The infrastructure, the processes, the support, the consistent meetings. I mean, little things like that really add up. Every Friday you can come here and learn something and get better. So that's fantastic. But kind of traded in my personal production for team stuff this week. It feels like which is great. Got to go out with Kevin Tuesday, witness his first sale. He did a fantastic job. He spent 2 weeks in the office just preparing, and we go through scenarios, just lots of training, and he's ready to roll. So I'm excited for his future. Picked up a new prospect, met with another one, which is an agency yesterday. We're getting a little closer with that one. So really excited about the explosive growth that we're having here ending the first quarter. Of course, 5-week month. Everybody's trying to jump a level here. So just extremely excited about the possibilities here. That's it.
Awesome,
Super
Mark.
thankful, Mark. Super
Awesome.
thankful. You've helped me a lot.
Glad you're here, Kevin. It was awesome to see the picture and stuff too. It's pretty cool. Starting to put the name with the face now as well. Keep up the great work. All right. Last but certainly not least, you guys were talking about referrals earlier. Tim will tell you he's had a couple of pretty solid days actually this week with asking for referrals. So it's very timely that that conversation came up. Blue, you're up. Any key? You're on mute, dude. You're on mute.
There we go. There we go. No, it's just good to hear all the good news everybody's having. And if I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. I'm driving down the road, but it's actually good to see Josh Sullivan in the flesh. I know we've talked countless times on the phone, but actually great to see you on. And just big congrats to Renee's team, Mark's team, Christy's team. I mean everybody. And it's always good to hear your exciting voice as always. But what can we say? Just things are really going. And like Mark was saying, take this momentum and continue it because once you get momentum, guys, there's nothing better. But to lose it, man, it just takes a lot to get it back going again. So just again, it's like I always say, stay around the fire. If you stay around the fire, you're going to stay upbeat. You're going to stay motivated. And if you're going to stay motivated, you're going to continue to write business and, help protect families and also provide for your families as well. So, yeah, man, just excited about the new folks that are coming on. I know we got a couple road trips scheduled here in the next couple of weeks and got the big training coming up Tuesday and Wednesday. So, yeah, man, it's all good in the hood.
Appreciate it, Tim. It's awesome what you guys are doing as well. And Tim will be training on referrals here in just a little bit. So, Amy, I'm going to swing to you if you have anything administrative, anything that we need to clean up or anything that we need to, any good news or anything like that from you as well. Because I know you'll be here for the training next week also.
Yeah, things are going good. I don't really have any complaints. I think everybody's entering their numbers into HCMS and I think we're good.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for all you do. All right,
Yeah.
let's get into recognition and then we'll spin to Tim to do the training today. As you guys heard, we're going to start talking about this on a more continuous basis. You're going to hear leadership talking about this on a more continuous basis. Direct mail. So Renee, thank you for bringing that up. Direct mail, guys, is a key way for you to be able to start having some really high quality, high intent leads as opposed to just the CRM. And a lot of the large producers here at FFL, I bet you 95 to 98% of them are doing some form of direct mail, if not all direct mail. So, we're learning from, some of the people that are doing this at a really high level from a sales perspective. I want to make sure we pass that information to you guys to make this a much simpler, easier process. Another thing about direct mail and leadership or anybody else that's doing it, you guys can speak up if you want. But the other piece about direct mail is it'll get to the point where it will, and I shudder to say this, but I just want to be truthful with you guys. It'll get to the point where once you have enough leads coming in direct mail, it eliminates your dial day. I don't know anybody here that can, maybe some of you guys can. I don't hate dial day, but I can think of a lot of other things I'd rather be doing, right, than sitting there hammering the phone. But it's 80% of our business. It's a necessary evil. But if you can get to the point where you're calling all direct mail leads that are coming in, that people have actually filled the form out and mailed it back in, and then you can call and have a conversation with them and set the appointment. Tim, I know you're driving, dude, but if you got 10 direct mail pieces in, 'cause I know you're heavy in now, which is a good thing. If you got 10 direct mail pieces in, let's say 10 of them came in today, roughly how many appointments would you set out of those 10?
Probably 7.
So think about that. You call 10 and set 7. Where are you at? Thank you, Tim. Where are you at emotionally at that point? Instead of calling 70 and setting 4.
Woo! That's
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, Gregory. But honestly, that's what happens, guys. So the sooner you can get to direct mail, the better. It is an investment. It does take 2 or 3 weeks before they come in. But I can't tell you guys the work that's going on behind the scenes with Mark and Tim and Renee and several of other the people on here, Gregory, that are researching these companies to make this easier for you guys. So more news to come with that. Here in the next coming weeks, we will have direct mail lead vendors on, so you can ask them whatever questions you want. We're not going to shove you to any direct mail carrier. You might like one better than the other, but our job is to make sure you guys have as many resources as you can to make this easier. All right. All right. I'm going to share my screen. If nobody has any questions, any comments, any good news that they'd like to share, I'm going to make sure we open it up to everybody. All right. Let's get this party started. Of course, my screen is being crazy. All right. Can I get an amen? You guys can see my screen.
Amen.
Amen.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Amen.
All right. Amy just mentioned just a few moments ago about 8CMS. Guys, I think we do an excellent job. So I had a question yesterday from a new agent that just bought leads last night. It'll be dialing today down in Texas, one of our new agents. She asked me what specifically is HMS and why we need it. So I'm going to give you guys a nutshell. Here's the deal with HMS. Your codes need to be put in there. If your code from a carrier comes to me, I'm going to email it out to you, your leadership person, and Amy. Some of the codes need to be put in there by Amy, but I'd say 90-95% need to be put in by you. When you level up, when you get promoted, when you get a increase in compensation, your codes need to be in there, and obviously it connects you to your business partner so that when Amy submits for your increase in pay or change of a level or something like that, it makes it simple. Now, for us, it's simple. We just send a Slack to Amy and said, hey, take this person and promote them, and give them a 5% increase. But you guys have no idea the work that goes on behind the scenes with Amy just to make those changes happen. And that you guys are taking the time to put your codes in 8CMS. It makes her job so much easier, but it makes sure that your pay, more importantly, that your pay is correct. That's what 8CMS is. And as Mark mentioned, having these systems in place makes it easier. Another reason why we have you guys put these in your codes into 8CMS, because you guys are business owners, you're adults, and you need to mind your business. And I'm not being funny when I say that. You can go in and see what your compensation is, right? So if somebody told you were going to get 110, you can go in there and look and see that you got 110. There's some places that don't do that. They want to take complete control. And I'm not saying this is a negative. We want to make sure you guys have every resource. Everything here is transparent and you know exactly what's going on. That's why 8CMS is so important. All right, our next level training, we're having the third one, which I can't believe we're already having our third one, but very excited. We do have a couple of spots left. So if you are interested in going, I'm going to shut it off probably tomorrow. That way I can go ahead and get the binders, and I've already got all stuff purchased, but get all the binders put together, get them stuffed, get all the prints and all those things done. But here's the deal. If you'd like to attend, just let me know. I'll get you added to the Slack group. The training will train from everything from buying a lead all the way through closing the deal. And you'll have some of the top people on our team that will be there doing trainings and stuff like that in person. So if you're interested, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, let me know and we'll get you added. Of course, the meeting schedule, of course, Brian and Gregory, we're talking about that this morning. We send these out every single week. I'll continue to send these out on Sunday and then send them out every single day before the meeting comes and before the meeting starts. So you'll be very well informed, maybe too much, but Mondays and Thursdays is dial day. I can tell you there's not a lot of people that get on dial day for whatever reason, but it is a way for you guys to get on and hear some of the top performers, producers across the country, hear what they say on the phone. 80% of this job is the phone. So you may as well get on there and hear from some of the best in the country, Mondays and Thursdays. Monday afternoon is the new agent training call. So they'll have a top performer get on, and actually you can talk to them about lead strategy, phone script, what they're, some of the things that they're doing to be successful, and they'll be open with you what they're doing. I think Brian just talked about getting on the Thursday call as well, which we'll get into. Wednesday, if you are bringing someone new onto the team or you're currently going through the licensing process, this is an excellent meeting for you to be on because we talk about all the steps. Now, I know Amy's not going to say this, but I will. When you're bringing someone on, guys, we urge you to please have them read the onboarding document. It will make this process go so much faster. And I don't know why we have people that would rather stick their finger in a light socket or stand in front of a car than to read that document. It just makes it so much easier, and they'll actually start protecting people sooner and making money. If they're confused, a confused mind does nothing, and you'll have somebody go through this whole process and never get started. So Wednesday, in my opinion, besides this meeting, Friday is probably one of the most important meetings you can attend if you're just getting started or you have a new teammate getting started. Thursday is basically another top performer meeting for Velocity. Velocity, in reference to Slack, has about 9,000 people in it. So you're going to hear from different top performers across the country. And you never know when you're going to hear from somebody that you really connect with and that you can reach out to and get some help from that will take you to the next level here. Very great meeting to be on Thursdays, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. And last and certainly not least, the meeting that we're having today. So in reference to numbers, with strings, got 11 people on strings. Mr. Ed Moran there. Ed, proud of what you're doing, man. Congratulations, 3-week string. Kevin Gilbert, 3-week string. Brian Smagala, 4-week string. Jeff Scott, 7 weeks. Paul Zimney, 11 weeks. Ryan Valet goes over 13 weeks. Congratulations, Ryan. Christy Polsak, 24 weeks. 24 weeks, almost half year of protecting families every week. Congratulations, Christy. Renee Barker, 48 weeks in a row of protecting families and building. Congratulations, Renee. Building a team, building a real solid organization. Some things changing for you there. And it's just awesome to see you continue to go out every single week and keep figuring this thing out and bringing things back to the team as a resource. Congratulations, Renee, on 48 weeks. Tim Bilo, I tip my hat to you, my friend. You do it all. You train, you coach, you go all over the country. You'll drive, you'll go wherever is needed to help whoever on whoever's team. And I'm proud to call you a business partner, man. It's amazing to see where this thing has came from, just you and I, just a little bit over a year ago. So congratulations to you, my friend. 55 weeks in a row, and I know that won't stop. And at the top of the heap here, week in and week out, awesome job what you're doing there, Mark. And it's glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that excitement, your voice on the meetings, and especially hear it again today. Some massive things coming for Good Life. 60 weeks in a row that you protected a family. Just think, I know I put this in Slack from time to time, but just think of all those families you've helped in 60 weeks. And when they will pass away, and think about going back and sitting at that kitchen table or getting that phone call from that family and really being able to be there when they need it the most. It's pretty awesome. So congratulations to our 11 teammates that are on strings so far. And I know that list will get bigger. In reference to numbers last week, another decent week. 17 writers, if you will, or producers. We'll start at the number 17 spot. We got Brandon protected the family at 173. Jeff Scott, 297. Kevin Francis, congratulations, Kevin, on your first sale. Keep up that enthusiasm, man. First family, first house, first sale, 565. Nice job, Kevin. Mr. Luke, 1,086. Kevin Gilbert, 1,188. Ed, 1,429 on his 3-week string now. Mr. Pitts, 10 families protected, $1,594. Gabe, and nice job there with Gabe, Tim. New agent with Tim Bilo, and worldwide there at a 1,713, protecting his first couple families there with 4. The other side of the Vallette brothers at 2,483, 4 families protected. Nice job, Brian. Brian Smagala, again, just doing an absolutely fantastic job. Great job, Brian, again. Cracking the top 10, 2,982, 3 families protected. Looks like your your business partner there edged you out this week at 3,276. Great job there, Christy. We've got Mr. Mark there, 4107. You edged me out there by a couple bucks, Mark. I wanted to be in the top 5, but 2 families protected. Mr. Bilo, 43. Excuse me. Uh-oh. You guys still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Mr. Bilo here. 4382 at 9 families protected. Paul Zimney, 52. Oh my gosh. Technology. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Paul Zimney, 5204, 3 families protected, our top 3. And there she is, Brandy, in the top 2, $5,555, 10 families protected, coming in the number 2 spot. Congratulations, Brandy. And of course, Renee Barker, $7,642, 8 families protected. That brought us to 47,748 with a total of 62 families protected. That's our biggest week of families protected, guys, in almost a year. Our record is 65. Top performers, if you will, top producers for the week, top 5 here again. Mark Williams at just over 4,100. Tim Bilo, 4,300, basically 4,409 families. Paul Zimney, 5,204. Brandy, all 5s. And then we've got Miss Renee Barker at 7,642. In reference to families protected, I don't know why this thing keeps doing this, but in reference to families protected for the week, we've got Brandy at 10. Excellent job, Brandy. Gregory Pitts at 10. Tim Bilo, 9. Ryan Vallette at 4. And then, of course, brand new teammate Gabe Everard with 9 families protected. So I think that's a typo, but we'll get that fixed. All right. Last couple things here, and we'll swing to Tim. our top 10, we've got a team we're working with down in Texas that's going to be infused with, or Florida, that's going to be infused with us here. So you guys will see their numbers in here with ours. But so our top 10 right now, Jessica LeConte at 3255 with 2 families protected. Luke at number 9 for all of Genesis at 3303. Tristan LaBelle at 3892. Matt Rosenberg, 7 families protected at 4536. Mr. Belo, number 6 at 4832. We got Damon Hapke at 4851. Michael Salazar coming in number 4 at 5754. Ryan Villette, number 3 in all of Genesis to start off the first 2 weeks of the month with a 5-week month at 6404. And we got Mr. Zimney coming in number 2 with Genesis at 8402. And last but certainly not least, coming at the top of the heap here for the month so far, leading the way with apps and production, Renee Barker, 13 families protected officially on the books, $16,082 on the books, written issue paid business. Awesome job, Renee, and on pace for well over 40K for the month. That'll be a huge month for you, Renee. Keep up the great work leading from the front. I won't read all these numbers to you, but what I do want to point out is that we have very quickly shifted, and Mutual of Omaha has become our top tier, if you will, in reference to carriers. Used to be Americo, but it has shifted rapidly, as you can see, to Mutual of Omaha, just at $32,000 of issue paid business so far for the first 2 weeks. And then you can see AIG coming in right behind at basically 18K, and then Americo with just over 14,000. We issue paid officially 62,644.96 last week, bringing our total first 2 weeks to 93,728. All right. In reference to Thursday, Tim, you're going to be up, and I will put it up on the screen. You know what I'm talking about. Reference to Thursday, yesterday, 6439, 5 families protected. Ed comes in to pull his string to 3 weeks at 1115. Renee Barker, 2601 with 2 families protected. Excuse me, Renee. And then, of course, Kevin Gilbert rounds us off at the number 1 spot so far for the week at 2723, 2 families protected. 6439, again, 5 families protected. Just to keep everybody informed, the Ffl bonus that's put out there by Sean Mike, 30,000 in a month. So Renee, looks like you'll be getting a bonus this month. 30K in a month is a $500 non-charge backable bonus. 40K is $750, 50K is $1,000. It goes all the way up to $6,000 a bonus when you issue pay 150K. And I know it sounds crazy to think about that, but we have people here every month. We have people here every month that will go over 60, 70, 80, 100K, which is pretty awesome. And that could be you, obviously. Put the work in. Americo offers an 8% bonus, just to let you guys know, 45,000 on the books. That goes from December 1st to May 31st. So 45,000 on the books, and you'll get an 8% bonus that they pay out pretty much a couple weeks after that. So I've seen people get those bonuses. We've had a couple here, people here get them. Nice bonus if you decide to write with Americo. Last but certainly not least, I don't know, we don't sell a whole lot of AMAM, if you will, American Amical, but we do want to let you guys know what's out there in reference to bonuses. March 1st to the 31st, if you have any business that you write, they're giving you a 25% increase on that to be able to earn a trip to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Calendar, we'll put that out there. Nothing needs to be spoken there. And of course, we'll go from there in reference to production. If you write 10,000 in a week or a month, you're bronze. 15,000 is silver, 20,000 up is gold. And I'll continue to post this on Slack. So I'm going to swing to Tim so that Tim can go over referrals, how he gets them, how it's changing his business, and how it can change yours as well. So Belo, floor is yours.
All right. And thank you for putting that up. Can everybody hear me fine?
Yep.
Okay, good deal. So guys, one of the things about referrals start right from the beginning, right when you really make that first phone call. So let me give you a tip that I learned from Adam Yetter about 5-6 months ago. First of all, if you're gonna book an appointment that's going to be more than 3+ days out, if you want to set yourself apart, go ahead and send them a card, not a thank you card, but a card saying, "Hey, Bob and Mary, look forward to meeting you guys on such and such day to help you with your, your protection," whatever that conversation was. Okay. If you'll do that, I've done that 6 or 7 times. And out of that, I've closed every one but one. And every time you walk in the door, those people are going to say, hey, man, thanks for the card. That was really nice of you. That's setting yourself apart. But what it's doing is also reminding them about the appointment as well. And it's also reminding them that, hey, your time is valuable. Okay. So that was a big tip I got from Adam Yetter. And that is just a tip in itself. But talking about referrals, and I'm going to try to look at my notes as I'm going down the road here. One of the things that you want to do is anytime that you're going to be asking for referrals, couple different scenarios. Okay. If I'm writing something that's going to be like a John Hancock right there, that they're going to get instantly approved in the home, what I'm going to do, again, depends on my schedule. I'm actually going to go ahead and start going through the referral process right then and there. Now, if I've got an appointment right up behind that, one thing I do, I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is what I do. I tell everybody that I'm going to come back and do a policy review for them when their policy comes in. Now, why do I do that? Okay. Well, first of all, after I leave that place, and Corey Williams and I have talked about this numerous of times, and he's the one who got me to do it again, because something that we forget about doing is send them a thank you card after you leave. So let's just assume you've got an appointment, you've got to get to the next one. You can't really get into the referrals. What you do, send them a thank you card. Hey, Bob and Mary, it was a pleasure getting to meet you, and always re-emphasize something in there that was important to them. So when they get that card, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to open it up and they're like, wow, you know what? You know, Renee Barker, she's just, man, just lights out. You're separating yourself from the crowd, because a lot of times what happens, guys, is most people sell a policy and then
Tim, you're breaking up real bad. Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear
Yes,
you, Corey.
we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you.
Not Tim.
Yeah, driving, right? All right, I'm going to give him 5 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and take over here. Hey, Tim, if you can hear us, you're breaking up. So I'm going to go ahead and take over until you get to a better spot or clear up. So what Tim is talking about, I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. Actually, I'll just take it off and come back to that. But here's the thank you cards that I use. Can anybody guess where I get these from? And don't say Hallmark, because it's not Hallmark.
then they never see
The
their
dollar
information.
store.
It is the dollar store. I get these from the dollar store. Guys, it doesn't matter what the card looks like. It's just that you send it, right? So what I do is I put it in my account. For those of you guys that are coming to Next Level, I'll show you exactly what I do. Let's say I have, matter of fact, I have a client that their policy doesn't go in effect till the 20th, right? So what I'll do is I was out there last week, wrote the policy with them on the 20th. Obviously, if everything goes through, I'm going to send them a card, right? I just grab one of the, hold on, I'll show you guys. I think there's another. Oh, I think I'm out of the other ones, but guess how much these are, guys? I know that lighting's terrible, but they're $1. It's $1. It's $1 for 8 of them, right? It's crazy. So just depends if I'm, I have another one I usually send to guys. I obviously won't send this to a dude, right? I wouldn't do that. That'd be a little weird, right? But this one, you know, if I had some type of a spiritual conversation or connection with that person, that just makes sense, right? But as Tim was mentioning, I just put something very simple in there. You did a great thing protecting your family, you know, those kind of things. It was a pleasure to meet you, you know, just something short that would connected you back to them, right? And send the card out. So if that person their policy goes in effect on the 20th, everything goes good. I can go and make sure that it's good and active. Then I'll send the card out. But I also go into my notes. I don't know if you guys are Android or Apple users, but I'll go into their contact information and I'll put all that stuff in there. So if the client calls me, I can go back to the notes. Let's say they had a dog named Fifi, or we talked about their kids. I put that stuff in there and I can have that connection with them when I call. But I also put in there when I sent the card out, so I can go back and reference that. I also put their policy number. I also put you know, their monthly premium and all those kind of things as well. It's a thing that takes a couple of seconds to do. And then I add their birthday to their contact. So it comes up on my calendar, and that way I can send them a birthday card as well. Tim, you might be in a better spot. We can see you now. So,
Neat.
all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah, you know, and just like what Corey's saying, if you do just those little extra things, guys, I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference. And one of the things that you can seriously consider doing now, this is after you sent the card. You know, they've done the policy. You've elected to either do or not do a policy review. You got them the thank you card. If these folks do anywhere between 175 and above a month, I'm going to send them something about a month later, like an edible arrangement or something like that along that line, because you know what, they're investing or spending quite a bit of money with you a year. And again, I just want to set myself apart from them. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. Tim, can I pause you for 2 seconds here?
Go ahead.
So I want to make sure that everybody understands this, because when you took a lot of us are recent insurance test passers, right? In that test passing material, it talks about rebating. Okay. Here's the deal. You cannot influence them to buy coverage by saying, if you buy this, I'm going to give you this $100, especially if they're on a fixed income. I'm going to give you this $100 Amazon or Walmart or Schnucks gift card. Well, I'm here in St. Louis. Sorry for you guys that don't have Schnucks, right? So that you can't do that. But once you're done with the sales process, then you can then do like what Tim's talking about. So if I have anybody that spends over $200 a month, what I do after they've made that first payment, everything goes through that second month. What I do is I'll send them an edible arrangement. So think about this. As Tim just mentioned, they got a card from you in their policy. You just left their home, right? A couple weeks later, they get a card from you saying you did a great thing, etc. That separates you, because a lot of people talk about it, but they don't do it. And it takes a couple of minutes, right? And a stamp. And you get 8 of them for $1. So you do the math there. The second thing is then a month from then, they're going to get some type of really nice edible arrangement or whatever you want to send to them, right? That's not an enticement. The deal is done. It's over. But again, you separate yourself and help you keep that on the books. And then it helps with, referrals. You're in a small town, like, maybe in Cape's not that small, but some of the small towns that you guys are in and you're working in, most of their agents, they aren't going to do that kind of stuff. So guess what? You're in the area and you swing by, guess what you can ask for? Referrals. Tim, back to you.
Gotcha. Down in a hole. Hopefully you guys can.
We can still hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah. So one of the things, 2 ways you can do referrals. Again, depends on your schedule. You want to always ask for referrals at the most exciting and happiest time for them. Congratulate them, for covering their family. Because here's an interesting statistic. 49% of the people out there don't have any type of coverage. And you need to tell them, hey, you know what, just want to congratulate you guys for protecting your family, because 49% of the people out there currently don't have any type of protection. Now, why do I say that? Anybody know why I throw that statistic out? Corey, anybody?
It makes them feel like they're doing something above average. They're excelling in something.
Well, it separates themselves.
It gets them thinking about their friends and family that don't have coverage.
Bingo, you're exactly right, Paul Sidney. But that was good stuff too, Kevin. So again, it's just one of those things. They feel good about what they've done, and I'm going to sit there and say, hey, Bob and Mary, congratulations on protecting you and your family. Again, if I've got time right then and there, hey, obviously you guys feel great about what you did, right? Oh yeah, and you feel great about the coverage, yeah. And again, I've hit the 49%. Who else do you know that would benefit from this type of coverage? Now, here is an important tip. When you ask them that, don't look at them. Have your pencil in hand or pen in hand and your notebook, and just say, Bobby, who's the first people you think of? And then look down. And guess what they'll do? Anybody?
Grab their cell phone.
They'll
Start talking.
start giving you names. Yeah, Bob, I'm not worried about getting the number right then and there. I just want the names, oh, look, Joe Smith, Joe and Mary, and just keep writing and just keep writing. That's when you pull out the tic-tac-toe sheet. Corey, can you put that up on the screen?
I'm doing it as we speak.
So the tic-tac, did you come up with this?
Partially.
Okay. Well, guys, this works like a top. Okay. And as I'm going through getting the names, once I feel like they've stopped or paused, I'm going to pull out that sheet and say, hey, this is something I do with all my clients. And I explain, for every name that you give me, I'm going to put in each one of these squares. Now, Bob, Mary, because you've entrusted me, that's a key word, entrusted me in helping protect your family. Again, those are those key words that you drop in there. Entrust me to help protect your family. For every name that you put in here, if any one of these people decide to get coverage, take advantage and protect their family like you guys did, I'm going to give you a $25 gift card to your favorite restaurant. And by the way, what's the name of that place? And guess what? They're going to tell you. So whatever that restaurant is, here's what's going to happen. There's something psychological about filling up all white space in that thing. And I'm telling you guys, for the last, probably last 4 weeks, I've used this. And I've actually wrote 17 applications off of referrals really in the last, 40 days.
You wrote $1,700 just the day before yesterday, didn't you?
Yep. Just off of those. And then before that was a 560 and then a 360. All those. That everybody else is doing.
Okay.
Take it from here, Corey, because I'm in a hole.
Okay. So what Tim is saying is get their, what I do is once I get their favorite restaurant or store, I just write it on the top there. There's all these little psychological things that you're going to do, right? So I write it up top, but here's another cool, this is what I do anyway. One of the things that I'll do is as I'm writing their information down, as they're getting their phone or whoever, I'll say, who do you think's most likely to protect their family? And whoever they say, I'm going to write their name and phone number in the box there on the top left or wherever you want to write it. But here's what I'll explain to them, because they know their friends better than you do, right? Because you don't know their friends, or maybe some of them you do if you're in a small enough town. Then I'll say, who's the next person that you would think would be most likely to protect their family? It takes some of that, I don't want to give you any of these names. I don't want to do it. Takes some of that bite out of that, right? So they already trust you. And that's why what Tim said is so important. You entrusted me with making sure that your family's protected when they need it the most. Who else do you know that would need protection, right? The second part of that is the second name they give you. Before I put that name down, here's where the game comes into place, or the contest. You want me to go down diagonal or across the page? Let's say they say across the page. So to the next square to the right, I'm going to write down the next one. Who's next? I'm going to write down the next one. And then I'm going to start getting all the names that they'll give me, right? Psychologically, when I write this down, I'll pull out more than one sheet, because if they'll give you 18, 19, 20, guess what? Keep doing it. I know some of you guys probably won't believe this, but when I was at a practice company, I was out in the field with an agent. We got 46 names from one person. 46 names, because as Tim mentioned, you're just writing them down. You're not looking up at them. You're just writing the names down. And you can see the memory jogger down at the bottom. So here's the deal, as Tim mentioned. Let's say they say McDonald's is their favorite restaurant because they go there in the morning and they meet their friends there and they play cribbage, right? So they write down go across the page, because that's what they instructed you to do. And Mike and Sue and Betty and Paul and Jeff and Betty, they all insure themselves across the page. That's $75. If you get a tic-tac-toe, I'm going to give you an additional 25. Now, here's the magic of this. You help the first person. You call them. Gregory, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So we're going to pretend that I, just as a role play, I came out and helped you with life insurance. I filled out the tic-tac-toe. and the first person on there, whoever it was, actually protected themselves. So I'm going to call you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So ring, ring. Hey, ring, ring.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, Gregory, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Good, good. Hey, this is Corey Williams, your life insurance agent. Remember we got together a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
I'm really good. I'm really good. Hey, remember when I was there and you were nice enough to provide me with some of your family and friends that were, potentially looking to protect themselves. And we filled out that tic-tac-toe form. You remember doing that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Perfect. Well, here's the deal. One of your family members, Sean, actually protected himself. Now, as I told you before, when I was out at your home, I can't tell you what they got, but because of you, they actually said they were thinking about putting something in place, and they did. So I got to, yeah, it's awesome. It really is. So what I promised you I would do was give you a $25 gift card, and you mentioned you wanted that to Target. When do you want me to come by and drop that off?
Well, hey, I won't be going anywhere this weekend. I'll be at home all weekend.
Perfect. Well, I'm actually running appointments out there in your area on Sunday.
Okay.
Is there any reason Sunday afternoon around 4 you wouldn't be home?
Let me see. We get out of church about 2. Yeah, I should be home about 4. Between 4 and 4:50, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you're not going to be there, obviously you have my number because you programmed it in when I was there. But if there's some reason you won't be there at 4, again, I'll be in the area. Just text me and let you know. I don't want to just leave a gift card on your porch or something like that.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll bring that by. Thanks, Gregory. So here's the deal, guys. Every time you make a sale and you go back over there, guess what you're going to have in hand? You might not have the referral sheet in him. You're going to have the gift card, but hey, can you think of anybody else? First of all, you protected them. First of all, you helped them protect a family member that probably wouldn't have gotten protected. That's the second thing. And third, you did what you said you were going to do from a referral standpoint and bringing that $25 back to them. So they're going to be happy to give you more referrals. This is the quickest way to turn yourself into a straight referral business. So you took one $11, $9, $6, $3, $4, $2.50 lead and turned it into, basically a free lead, because think about that. Think about how many more referrals that you're going to get. Does that make sense to everybody?
And guys, can you hear me now, Corey?
Yeah, Tim, we got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing you guys want to do is I used to rush through the beneficiaries. Slow down on the beneficiaries, because you're going to want to get, if I'm sitting down with Corey, who is that person that's going to be picking up the pieces if something happens? He's going to give me that name. I'm going to find out where that person is, what their full name is, what their address is. Okay. And again, something that I've started doing is actually calling that individual and saying, hey, just so you know, Cindy, Corey got himself protected. He put you down as a beneficiary. Has he mentioned that to you? So again, slow down. Don't be afraid to get a benefit, get a primary, get a contingent, get as many of those as you can, because you can then look back and say, hey, which one of these people do you want me to call first to offer them the same coverage that you just put in place?
Very good.
So again, guys, it's just little things like that you can certainly do. Here's something that I invested in. This is going to sound funny, is magnets, business card size magnets with my name on it. So when I'm there doing the finishing up, I haven't got them in yet, but I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to put it on their refrigerator door or on the side. Some people like to clean refrigerator, but I'm going to put that on the side so that they never forget, basically my name. So if somebody happens to be in their house and looks at their refrigerator, they're having some type of party, they're like, who's this guy? Oh, that's my insurance guy. You need to call him, man. He's a good dude, or she's a great gal. Just little things like that make all the difference in the world. Trying to look here as I'm driving in the rain. And again, guys, on the policy review, every time that you go in there, either do a policy review or drop a gift card off, go in adding value of some sort, whatever that may be. And again, just like the other night on the couple that I got, I just asked, well, what are you going to do for the kids? And they both looked at each other and like, you know what? That's a good point. If I had not have said that, they would not have covered those kids. So, you know, if you ask not, you receive not. I mean, plain and simple. So anyway, guys, especially if you're doing a mortgage protection, because a lot of people are refinancing today, buying homes, just go ahead and ask them, you know, another good thing to say, hey, who else do you know that just refinanced their mortgage or just bought a house? That is such a great one because everybody knows somebody. Oh yeah, you need to, my neighbor just did. Well, do you mind if I give him a call and let him know that we help cover you guys? Oh yeah, absolutely. His name's Bob Smith. And I'll leave you with this. Once you get some names from somebody and you on that tic-tac-toe sheet, it doesn't hurt to ask, say, hey, Bob, do you mind shooting these folks a text and let them know that I'm going to be calling? And it's going to be something simple as this. Hey, a good friend of mine, Tim Velo, is going to be calling you. He helped us with some coverage. You need to listen to him. That's it. You'll be surprised what happens.
Yeah. And you can have a text pre-written for them that you can text to them, have them, you know, save you in their phone. And all they have to do is send that text out to their friends as well. So any questions about referrals or anything that was brought up today? Very good. Amy, I'll go to you one more time. Hopefully you're not getting attacked by dogs right now, but anything that you needed to add before we go back to leadership and close out, if there's no questions.
No, I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Pitts, close us out.
Another great training, guys. Tim Dog hit everything right on the nail. And, you know, I'm huge on referrals. So guys, always ask for referrals. And I tell people this, you want to make sure that you ask people that you write and people that you don't write for referrals. And the reason why you ask people that you don't write, because you're going to see more people that you don't write or even talk to, even call them on the phone that you don't write than you will people that you do write. And even people that you don't write, sometimes you can ask them for referrals and they'll give them to you. Well, I don't see anything right now, but let me give you my daughter, let me give you my son or whatever like that. And everybody just talk to somebody. If you see something that we're training on, you see somebody doing great in Slack, something that you didn't know how to do or you're trying to figure out how to do, send them a DM in Slack. You can actually call somebody in Slack and get that information from them. Ask them, you know, hey, you got a few minutes. I really saw what you were doing. It was great. And I really like a couple of tips on it because I'm kind of nervous about this, but still trying to figure this out. So we're all in here to help and we all want to see each other grow. So let's finish having a great week and thanks a lot.
Thanks, Gregory. Appreciate it. Renee.
Well, I appreciate all the information from Tim and Gregory and you on the referrals, because that's something that I need to get better at myself. And, you know, even those of us in leadership can still learn from everybody here. And, you know, Corey always says iron sharpens iron, and, you know, you can't learn if you don't seek the information from somebody somewhere. So just constantly be a sponge, just absorb anything and everything you can, and every day take that one extra step to be better than you are today.
Well said, Renee. Mark.
2 weeks left in March, 5-week month. I say it every week, but that's a big deal. Hammer down. I just saw a new lead discount come out a little while ago, so take advantage of those. Quite honestly, there's no reason to pay full price for CRM leads, guys. There's discounts every week now, so make sure you get a hold of one. By hook or by crook, get those discount codes. That's all I'm saying. So otherwise, you know, keep doing what we're doing. I mean, the weather's good. Got that extra hour of daylight. Sky's the limit. Excited about training next week, so factor that into your schedule. You know, that's 2 days out of the field, so make up for it somewhere else. That could set you back if you're not prepared. Otherwise, awesome job, teams, especially Brandy, Edward, Kevin, Luke, everybody that's fairly new, throwing business up. Just real proud of you guys. Fantastic job.
Well said, Mark. Appreciate it. Bilo, close us out.
Hey man, just folks, just go out and get 1% better every day. Just watch a video, read a book. It's like a guy told me years ago, said, if you can't read 10 minutes a day in some type of self-improvement book, the seeds of greatness are not in you. And guys, just 1% better a day, and you'll be surprised at where you'll be in a year.
Give us a year. We'll give you a career. Congratulations to those of you guys that protected your first families, and those of you guys that cracked the top 5 or top 10 for the first time. Proud of all the work that you guys are doing. It's just going to keep getting better. Just over a year ago, it was me and Tim here looking at each other, sending each other videos back and forth. And now, this month, so far, we had 34 unique writers this month. So it's pretty amazing what's happening. It's awesome to be a small part of it, and appreciate all that you guys do. If there are any trainings or anything that you guys want to see these meetings are set up for you guys, send us a Slack message. We're happy to make it happen. Again, really, really heavy into direct mail. It's just going to make your dial days shorter. It's going to make the people that you're calling and reaching out to so much easier to get a hold of. Mark just made a plug there for WorkSpots. Again, WorkSpots, $99 a month. You're going to write it off anyway if you're using the CRM. And if you're starting here new, you're using the CRM, you may as well get the 40% discount, which was just put out there on Slack just about 45 seconds ago. So appreciate all you're doing. Amy, one last time, anything? Awesome. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Let's have some great weekend. Be safe out there. Enjoy the weather. Bye for now.
Have a good day, guys.
Good luck, everybody.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Have a great weekend.